Planet Dolan. Why did a school ban bake sales? What school bans students from having a best friend? From Ketchup to collarbones, we run down 15 of the most bizarre school rules ever enforced. I'm Danger Dolan, and today I will be your narrator.
Number 15.
Schools in France have banned ketchup from school lunches. It's long been known that ketchup isn't really good for you, but that's only part of the issue. The bigger part of the issue is that France has some serious pride in their food culture. They don't want the condiment masking the flavour of the delicious, high-class cuisine that is school lunches, after all.
Number 14.
No hand-holding. This isn't just a bizarre rule by some random school. The state government of Tennessee passed a law about this. As of 2012, any classroom instructor that promotes or condones hand-holding or hugging will be subject to $500 in fine, as those activities are now considered gateway sexual activity.
Number 13.
No red ink. We've all seen it before. Red ink on a paper is pretty much the standard symbol of academic failure. So one UK school just stopped using it. The teachers still correct papers, they just do it in other bright, nice colours. So maybe the concept of red ink can stop scaring the crap out of all of us. So now you can fail all your classes in green.
Number 12.
Looks like Dodgeball is on its way out of most school PE programs. It's become a hot topic as schools try to address bullying. Of course, there's another issue here too. Schools are scared of being the targets of a lawsuit when some jerk in the school busts up some other kid's glasses in gym class.
Number 11.
No bikes. In some countries, it's unheard of for students to not walk or bike to school. Meanwhile, American schools are hard at work making sure kids can't bike to school. Many schools are afraid of the traffic risks involved in letting kids ride their bikes to school, and the same school districts passing these bans are also warning parents not to let their kids walk to school. It's only a matter of time until they ban teleporting there too. You may as well just stay at home.
Number 10.
No best friends. It's not that these schools, most of them in the UK, don't want kids to have friends, they just can't have best friends. They want kids to have lots of best friends. There's something to be said for preventing the kind of cliques that tend to exclude people from being in on anything fun, but the chances are kids will just start calling each other best friend in secret, like they're smoking in the bathroom or something. I can only imagine scuffling your friends into toilet cubicles, to whisper to them, "Hey, you're my best friend. Don't tell anyone. Don't. Come on, man. Get there."
Number 9.
No backpacks. At Jackson High School in Jackson, Michigan, students can't carry book bags into the classroom because of safety, apparently. The ban forced students to take the 5-minute period between classes to go back to their lockers, grab their books and supplies for the next class. Eventually they found a compromise. Clear and mesh backpacks are now allowed, but hoodies are now also banned. I'm thinking maybe the school doesn't want to encourage terrorism? All those kids coming in, shouting Allahu Akbar. This is why we can't have nice things.
Number 8.
It didn't last very long, but there was a time that Massachusetts school actually banned bake sale fundraisers. What was the reason for this? Were they concerned about health code violations or allowing fundraising for questionable organizations? No, they just didn't think the bake sales brought enough nutritional value to the table. Because apparently the point of a bake sale is to be part of a balanced diet, not to sell delicious sweets, to raise money for stuff.
Number 7.
A 13-year-old goth kid was sent home from a school in Hamilton, Ohio for wearing black lipstick, eye makeup, and fingernail polish. Now, black makeup isn't banned by the school technically, neither is makeup on a boy. So the school reached deep on the ban hammer on this one and sent him home for a regulation that bans extreme or distracting makeup.
Number 6.
No braids. Massachusetts strikes again, this time when they punished 2 students for wearing braided hair extensions. These were technically against the school's dress code, but it didn't take long for people to figure out those restrictions were extra harsh on students of color. State's Attorney General and the ACLU had to get involved before the students' punishments were revoked and the dress code restrictions were revised.
Number 5.
No yoga pants. A number of schools in the United States and Canada are moving to ban girls from wearing yoga pants unless worn under a skirt or shorts. Some schools have tried to justify it by saying it's trying to prepare students for the real world. The argument is that it's important to have students wear clothes that are appropriate for work. Of course, they still allow shorts, so they just hate yoga pants?
Number 4.
No silly bands with a Z. There was about a 2-week period in which silly bands were big craze and everybody wanted them, just like yo-yos and fidget spinners and other dumb crap. Naturally, schools in New York, Texas, Florida, and, of course, Massachusetts all jumped on board, banning them immediately. Apparently it wasn't enough to just tell kids to stop playing with them or trading them during class. They had to go nuclear with an all-out, across-the-board ban. No silly business.
Bullshit.
Number 3.
No dinosaurs, no birthdays, no Halloween. It's not that nobody can say the words dinosaur birthday, Halloween, dancing, or poverty, but in 2012, the New York Department of Education removed references to all those things in all of New York City's standardized tests. The intention was apparently to remove any reference to anything, even remotely controversial to anyone. This way, nobody gets triggered by having to talk about evolution or Footloose.
Number 2.
No exposed collarbones. The dress code for Woodford County schools is a bit strict. Students aren't allowed to wear any sort of shirt that dips below the collarbone. Now that sounds like the type of rule that's technically there, but not strictly enforced. But no. One girl was sent home for wearing this completely nondescript outfit. She wore the exact same thing again a week later, but with a scarf to cover up the collarbone, and was sent home again. The school superintendent defended the dress code by saying the school's trying to create a safe learning environment.
Number 1.
No baggy pants or tight pants. Baggy pants haven't really been a thing since the 1990s, but that hasn't stopped schools from trying to regulate them. Schools in Florida and Chicago have pulled the distracting attire justification out again to ban baggy pants. Meanwhile, North Carolina schools are banning skinny jeans. So basically, as long as everyone comes to school wearing a big brown sack tied at the neck, you'll be okay. Or wait, would that be counted as baggy pants with an exposed collarbone? And technically it could be considered a brown silly band? What if they're wearing yoga pants underneath that? They've got braids in their hair, they've got makeup on, and they're running a bake sale. Is that a backpack I see on them? Is that their best friend next to them? Are they riding a bike to school? So guys, what's the dumbest school rule you've ever heard of? Let us know in the comment section down below, pin our favorite to the top. That is it for this countdown. Have a good one!